We don't have to have the answer like that. I don't have the answers like that. And so we go forward to be seekers and seers of the one who has come into the world. I think also maybe Catholics and Christians think faith should be a private matter. Another reason why we don't share it. It's just keep it. The rationale is actions speak louder than words. Just do your actions, don't say anything. And the kids wonder, why are Mom and Dad doing that thing called Sunday worship? Doesn't make any sense to me. Well, don't say anything. Don't say anything. When words at this moment are definitely needed, the word of truth. Christ came, the word came among us, and so there are words that match our actions. There's a rationale that has to be spoken that match our actions and give reasons to our actions. I know Green Bay Packer coach, I forgot his name. What's that? No, not the coach, the quarterback. Aaron Rodgers. There we go, Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers was quoted when asked about Tim Tebow, and I'm guessing Aaron Rodgers is Catholic because he quoted St. Francis. And he said, well, preach the gospel. St. Francis said, preach the gospel at all times. If necessary, use words. Yes and no. Yes, obviously, our actions do speak louder than words. No, if it means never speak, and it's a cop-out never to speak about the truths of Christ. As a matter of fact, Francis was never recorded saying that. He did walk through a town once with the friars, and the friars, after walking through the town, said, Francis, I thought we were going to preach. And he said, we did. By our behavior, by our actions. But it was the same St. Francis who went back into the Saracen world, the Muslim world, and he confronted a sultan and told the sultan about Jesus and how Jesus wants peace in the world, and would he not be converted? So he did speak to Jesus as well. So it's a both and, it's not an either or. And so for ourselves, my brothers and sisters, it's not a private matter. We're not merely private citizens. We're not merely to take our light and put it under a bushel basket. We know who said that. It's got to come out, not just in behavior, but in words. And we can't cop out with just saying, I'm doing example. I'm not going to do words. There's also, I think, another reason why we Christians don't demonstrate by word and actions that we're different, that we believe, is because of a fear of discomfort. My happiness depends on my comfort. My happiness depends on my status in the opinions of others, family members, workmates. So if they look down on me, somehow I won't be happy. But the Magi traveled from far-off lands, not the comfortable food that they're used to. They didn't have a warm, cuddly bed that they were used to. People of the same language that they were born, they didn't. They were travelers and seekers of the Lord. And the Magi disregarded their comfort in this moment to seek the Lord. And I offer this as a challenge, especially to the men. Women, I don't mean to put you off to the side. But there's a noted and an obvious absence of men in our church. When there's a volunteer list, could we see people volunteering? Guess how many of the gender come forward? I would say it's easy to say 95% of the women seekers come forward to help. Men, I offer this challenge to you because you have to step up. We men have to step up. Our religious faith from years and years and years ago was the primary responsibility of the father in the home. Today it's been flipped upside down, and it's the mom who tries to bring the faith to the children. Why have men given up their authority, their natural authority in the home? We've done it. Can you imagine, men? Wouldn't it be strange if you and your wife heard noises from your bedroom and it sounded like somebody was knocking or tapping or trying to break into the back door, and your wife picked up the baseball bat and went out to see who it was? While you stayed under the comfortable covers, maybe hiding, or turning the station on the TV set to see what other program was going on. Men, we have to step up. This is an authority, a God-given authority. and you knew it on a physical level. If somebody's in danger in your home, you're going to step up and do it. And if there's a spiritual danger, and there is, men, there's a spiritual danger, grab your authority and step up. Step up for the good of your family. And I'll even say step up for the good of the nation and the world. Because there's an authority that has truly been lost in our culture. The Magi, my brothers and sisters, were men seeking from a land of gloom, as Isaiah talks about, a people living in darkness and in gloom have seen a great light. And there is, of course, a gloom that besets us and is around us. And we are Magi. We are stars. We're not it. We're not the light of the world, but we do homage to the light of the world. We are privileged. We have to admit, I am privileged to know Him who has drawn me out of the gloom. And of course we know there's gloom in our minds and our hearts. When there's anxiety, the gloom of anxiety sets on us. I've tasted Jesus, your peace. When there's a gloom of guilt, of sins that I committed in the past, and I'm trapped in it, I've broken through that gloom by seeking you and your forgiveness. And when there's gloom that's around me, that's confusion, I don't know which end is up. This person says this person says this one says this. Where are we going? To see the clarity that He breaks into our minds. This is the way a man, a woman walks. This is the way. And what a privilege it is that we don't have to spin around and around and around, but privilege to know there's a way and a light, and I'm walking it. And there's that great privilege for those who live in the gloom of sadness or loneliness or discouragement, who have found hope in companionship and longing for a reunion with those who have gone before us. Can you imagine walking and saying goodbye to moms and dads and grandmoms and granddads, and you didn't have that hope and that truth before your eyes? We're going to see them again. We've tasted that light. All of us have tasted that light. And I think, my brothers and sisters, we can't be any more reluctant Magi's. The world, we know, is submerged in the land of gloom. In the world, this is our faith as well, that every human soul longs for light, for peace, for forgiveness, for joy, for hope. Every single human being, whatever religion they are, that's the way we are made, and they long for it. And so we have to be and can't be reluctant Magi's, but Magi's. Why in the world would we be untrue to what we know to be the truth? Why in the world would we be untrue to the one whom we know is the light and the truth and our hope? My brothers and sisters, we are who we are. We are who we are, and we cannot and should not hide it. We have to seek. Like the Magi, in word and in deed, we have to seek, and we have to lay ourselves, prostrate ourselves before Him in word and deed, and genuflect as well before the King of Kings.